F. What's going on, folks? No big introduction this time. We are just going to jump right into it. Anyway, this is Big Daddy coming at you. Canby, he's out somewhere, and it's going to be very interesting to see. Got, you know, Mr. Biff. He's going to be jumping in here soon. For the meantime, it's me, Jimbo, Selena. They send their love. It's all good. They send their love. Mr. KMB, he is doing. We're going to be going live to him soon. I'm messing around with Instagram at the same time too. But every time I jump on Instagram, I got to look at all the hooch pictures that come up first. It's like, God dang, are you serious? I just want to get to my stuff instead of all the stuff that pops up that I don't want to pop up first. I want to see C Plus Studios, and it's not popping up. Anyway, happy Friday evening. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all staying safe. Hope you're all finding peace in all this madness. And at the same time, you ain't even got to find peace. You just got to embrace the chaos, because there's a lot of damn chaos out there nowadays, boy. It's interesting, ridiculous, all at the same time. Your president, Joe Biden, he's trying to pass all kinds of stuff, and then your Republican folks are trying to just be counter, and both sides are being bitches. We'll all get tired of it sooner or later, and we'll get all their asses out. Maybe I'm trying to find Mr. Canby right now, C Plus Studios, but God dang it. It's funny though, folks, when you want to find something, you can't find that damn thing. And I hope once again, everyone's doing good. We're going to talk about a few things. Actually, some of y'all have been sending me some juicy questions lately. I gotta say, some of y'all have been sending me some interesting, juicy questions. I know a few of you asked, Big Daddy, what exactly is fascial stretch therapy? Fascial stretch therapy is basically the underlying, our fascia underneath our skin. That gets wound up, that gets tight. That's what causes knots. That's what causes your body to get tight. I mean, plus your muscles. Your muscles are already stressed as it is. But once you get your fascia stretched out, get the synovial fluid and the joint capsules like that. My big ass head. I gotta see more of my big ass head. There we go. This is basically a stretchy modality that goes. People say, well, it's like kinesiology and stuff like that. It goes deeper. It borrows, I have to say, it borrows from other modalities, but at the same time, it does its own thing where, Thai massage, you go in a sequence. Fascial stretch therapy, you just do your own thing. You feel the body, you feel what really needs, like the tissue, the stretching, all that good stuff. And man, it's just, I don't know. I can't even call it juicy. It's beyond juicy. It's damn amazing. It is just damn amazing. Okay, I'm going to tell you what Canby is here in a second, because I keep forgetting. See, that is the Camp Zool. That's where he's at. He's in Camp Zool. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't bring something up here on the good old computer. In the meantime, I'll keep up with the question, with the answer. So, fascial stretch therapy basically is just stretching the fascia of your body while making you so damn relaxed and ready to go. I knocked someone out the other day doing fascial stretch therapy, especially on the neck. Man, they got some neck stretches for you, boy. Just some good old neck stretches. And it's just some good shit. Okay, here we go, folks. I found the website, and we're going to share screen. Yes, I do that. I have to talk through the process, because if not, guess what? Big Daddy gets lost. It's called old age. Don't yell at me. Okay? Don't yell at me. There it is. This is where Mr. Canby is at right now. Camp Zool. Go check out that page. I did a Google search, and I was looking through the different pictures and stuff like that. Man, that's like one big ass mosh pit. I'd have a field day there. I really would. I would have a field damn day. But it looks like there's more. It's like a big old gathering of juggalos, music lovers, artists, entertainers, and they're doing it up. For Canby, who never gets his ass out the house, he was sending me photos when he was flying up when he was flying. I was like, don't be a sissy. Come on, just enjoy it. Just breathe. And he was taking pictures of outside the window. Took a picture of Colorado. What was the other one he showed me? He took a picture of Colorado when he flew overhead. La 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 la. I forgot this boy got up team phones. Yeah. It's in Ohio. He showed me an airport somewhere. It looked like crap. Denver. He showed me overhead picture of Denver, and that was pretty cool. That was nice. I can't show you on this one because I can't show you here because I have some juicy stuff here too that you all can't see. Big Daddy don't roll that way. He's supposed to be checking in here soon. He better. Big Steve's supposed to be coming in soon, and I me and Canby got an argument about this. I'm gonna get this off the screen. We're talking about the Eternals. Whenever he purposely wants to piss me off, and I know he does it, and I'm gonna call his ass out right here. Whenever there's a movie coming out, I'm excited for him. Man, that shit, man. It looks all right, man. It looks like this, man. My intuition, man. Who cares about your intuition, man? He thinks I do it back to him all the time. Whenever he tells me, "Oh, did you see that movie that's going to come out?" Honestly, I'm not even interested in looking at the damn movie. I mean, I know what I like, and he tells me, "Hey, did you see this happen?" I didn't think about that shit. See, you do it on purpose because I go, man. No, I don't care. I don't care to see it. He kept trying to have me see this one movie, and then he finally realized how irksome it is because sis tried to have him watch a movie, or he wanted to have her watch something, and there was a little bit of argument. Like, I don't want to watch that. He was like, "Damn, now I know how Big Daddy feels." Yeah, exactly. Now you know how Big Daddy feels. I'm gonna be watching half that shit. You can't be watching some off the wall. To me, it's off the wall shit. I'll look at it. I'll go to the website, like if it's on, it's a Shutter. Okay, I go to Shutter. He looks at Billy Joe Bob somebody's Friday night gangbang or something, and it's not. No, it's really not. And I'll sit there and I'll look and I'm like, what is the appeal of this? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, folks. Maybe it's just my old ass. After all these years, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I don't like dumbass movies. I don't like. Well, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit I don't like. There's a lot of shit I love though, but there's a lot of shit I don't like. Uh, it's just is I'm picky. Over the years, I've gotten picky because before I used to waste my time watching all that shit or entertaining myself with things that just were not entertaining with me. I look back on them like, why was I doing that shit? Damn, why? Uh, I mean, there's a certain level of my nerdum. There's levels to my shit, but I've met some flat out just nerds who are just like, God, man, you don't like Ren and Stimpy? No, I love Ren and Stimpy. I'm old school. I love Ren and Stimpy. What's that damn uh something about the science? Some cartoon. Rick and Morty. That's what it is. Rick and Morty. Fuck them with the passion. Seriously. Fuck them with the passion. I can't stand them little son bitches. I don't get it. I don't get Rick and Morty. I've tried to watch a couple of episodes and I watch it like this. If there's something I'm trying to really focus on that I'm really not interested in, but I'm trying to give it a chance, I do my Malcolm X. Just like this. Let me sit up straighter. I'll either do 2 fingers right there. And I'll focus just like this. Or the 1 finger. If it's 1 finger, that means I'm I guess semi interested. If I go like this, I'm really trying to open up my mind, be like, what? I don't get it. Just, I don't get it. That's me. That's what I do. And some of the crew will see me do that sometimes. Like, you're not into this, and I'll be sitting there like, let me take off my damn glasses. You guys won't see the goddamn glare. Put this down a little bit more. Here's my hand position, everything. I'm just like this. I'll have my hand on the chair or something. I'm just like, and I'll switch. When I've had enough, I'll just go. I'll just shake my head. I don't want to say shit. And they're looking at me. Some of them laugh. Some like, God, if you just didn't want to do it in the first place, you just said something. I tried to tell you. My half-breed ass is picky. I shouldn't say half-breed because there's some people out there who touch about that shit. What are you gonna say half-breed for? Because I fucking can. Half-breed. That's what I am. Half black, half Mexican. And yes, for those, Big Daddy, which side of your race do you identify with more? The Mexican or the black side? It all depends. Depends how I wake up. If I feel like being Mexican, I'll be Mexican. If I feel like being black, I'll be black. You take your damn pick, because I've explained this before. People have always asked me this question. So what do you identify with more? I identify with just my humanity. Growing up, and now I'm just being straight out honest. Other Afro Latinos I've heard similar stories. The same thing, similar stories. Hold on, Biff. I gotta tell a story because you went in fear. No, I'll let you in, bro.
Go for it.
No, they I was saying, people, I'm reading going off my list right here. People have Big Daddy questions. And when I was asked is, what do I identify with more, my black side or my Mexican side? And nowadays I have to say my humanity, because growing up here and talking with other Afro Latinos, they always said the same thing. The Mexican side I have to say more racist. I'd say my Mexican side, because you're so dark, you're okay, you're dark, you're forgiven. Just saying little subtle stupid shit like that. My black family, they were just the lips. That's what they would do. God damn, can't win for losing. Know what people never did that to me, and I know people are probably like, really? White folks never did that to me. They just
we got our own shit going on. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, y'all got your own. Y'all got your own shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all really ain't thinking about the rest of us. Y'all got your own shit going on.
Can't be bothered with all that.
Yeah,
sort ourselves out first. We'll worry about you.
We do what now?
So we'll sort ourselves out first, and we'll worry about you.
Sometimes y'all can be vicious with each other.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all can be vicious. I'm like, damn, it just, and me from the outside looking in, when I see y'all fight, I sit there, I just go, y'all see that? Damn, what the hell? But for us, everyone just kind of just at it again. Yes, we are.
Whole lot of not talking, I've noticed. A lot of like silent judgment.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I see what's going on.
Yeah. Once again, huh? All right.
Well, shit, Phil, how you been? I haven't seen you in a little bit.
Bro, I've been chilling. I went to the Faster Stretch Therapy class down in Chandler. 5 days, 5 days of goodness, man. And I had to come home. That I want to kick it there with my people. I call my people now, because they were just some cool, chill ass people. We stretched the shit out of each other and laughed and got drunk. And well, I did, because I'm a weakling nowadays. I was trying to hold my shit, and they were just like, "Oh, you okay? Yeah."
You smelled a beer and you got intoxicated. You're like, no, I gotta cut
Oh,
myself off, you know.
Drea, my homegirl Drea, she flat out said she kind of feel. Are you okay? So yeah, she goes. You kind of. I'm like, oh. I said because I don't hardly drink anymore. Because no, I got in trouble a couple years ago and I had to quit drinking. And so whenever I do have alcohol, yes, you can smell it. And she goes,
You're one of those.
oh, yeah, I'm one of those now where give me a beer, you can smell the beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gonna smell the beer. Oh, we have a comment. Who is on here? Was a anime waifu, the hip hop head. He says, "What's up? What's up, brother? How you doing? Hope you're doing good this evening. Thank you for chiming. You always chime in with us, man. Thank you so much. Matter of fact, I want you to do something, bro. Actually, when we go off, okay, anime. Are you part of our Instagram? The C Plus Studios Instagram. If you are, do me a favor. Send me your address. Okay, you send me your address. Send a direct message. Send me your address because I got something for you, man. Seriously, I got something for you because you have just been, aside from Steven, because Steven was the first diehard fan. Okay, he got you beat. he got you all beat.
Stick around.
Yeah, he got you all beat now, and now he's part of the crew. So you've been down with us damn near day one. So please give me DM me your address. I got something for you, brother. Cool.
You got to get like glossy headshots, and then you can mail them out.
Glossy headshots, freshly shaved head, where everything has the soul glow. You damn right.
You should do it like like the early '90s, like yearbook photo, where you like post up like on a pillar, and it's got like the soft background on it,
or
like it's like
turn to the side. 45 degree. Wait, okay, 90 degree. Okay, turn 45. Take one foot out to the left. Okay, and then take your other foot to the left, and boom, there's your old school high school pose, just like that.
Yep. And then you got to have a superimposed in the back is like another picture of your face, with like the faded opacity around it,
Yep.
Like class of 91 or whatever. Shit.
Hell yeah.
But that would be funny because no one would expect that. So I think you should do it.
I should, huh? They'd be like, what the hell is he doing? What the hell is he doing?
Look at this grown ass man sending me a fucking high school photo.
Oh, but by the way, Steven.
What's up?
There was a question someone asked you.
Oh.
In my yes. Dear Big Daddy, could you tell Mr. Biff just please send me a bottle of his hot sauce?
Ooh. Probably
no, because I have to pay for mine too. You got to pay for yours. Yep.
I'll have more. Very good question. I've been slacking on it. It's one of those things where I got to keep myself motivated, and it's like I know that there's a little profit at the end of all the work, but you got to put in the work first. Like,
exactly,
man. I got to budget out buying bottles, and I got to buy labels, and I got to find time. So before probably start of next month, I'll have a huge batch because I've already got a third of it ready to go. I just have to make the other flavors, the other two, and then I have everything ready for the holidays. Because most shipping, it's only domestic shipping unless you really want to pay a ton of money to ship it to Canada or wherever you are. You gotta have everything within a week. It's usually like 5 days.
That's a lot. I've seen shipping right now to Canada.
It's so expensive.
Yes.
Like I have friends in the UK. I don't know if you know the YouTube hit channel. Where's My Challenge? They're from Southampton.
Yeah, you told me about that one. I checked it out. Pretty fun.
Yeah, they want to buy my bottles, but it's like $120 to ship. Was the cheapest I could find. Normally it's like 140 to 160. So
that's through FedEx.
That's it. It's FedEx and what's the other one? UPS. But the cheapest was if you did the flat rate mailbox with the USPS. That was the cheapest. Ooh. But yeah, it's like FedEx is normally one of the cheapest because that's what we use at work, and we see those dudes twice a day, every day, and they're hella expensive. Oh, Hey, here's a pro tip: never pay for FedEx home delivery. Always pay for FedEx ground.
There you go.
That's how they fuck you.
Mr. Colin Murphy, I'm here. I'm her with Canby, the sexy popsicle. It's hella cold here. How could he be a sexy popsicle? But that boy got more muffin than both of us combined. Shit, he'll be all right. Tell him, Colin, tell him to quit being a goddamn sissy. Tell him it's what he wanted. This is what he wanted. Time to suck it up.
He's gotta just crawl inside him like a tauntaun, you know, be his little spoon.
He go go back and cuss our asses out. You'll be calling talk about my fatness, man, because
you have to come here to come, you know, slapbox me or something. Go for it.
Colin, I hope you're out there having fun too, brother. Man, I was checking out the website and everything, some of the pictures. And I'm like, damn, that does look fun. It really does. And you know, I'd rather be out there, honestly. Hell, next time if he bitches and complains, take me. You know, I'm not a juggalo, but hell, I'm down for a good party, especially a woods party. Oh yeah,
hell yeah,
oh yeah. I live here in Flagstaff. Let's do it.
Good job on the eating contest, Colin. I saw you won first place on that
eating contest.
He had it was like a little snack cake eating competition, like not Twinkies, but something kind of like Twinkies, and he had to eat as many as he could. It's like him and like it's Kyle just put the video up earlier today. It's like the last one that he put up, but the trick is you can't eat it to enjoy it. If you want to eat to win, you got to dunk it in the water. That's like your water to help, because you just got to shove it down your fucking throat. And that's what they do when they do like
that's what she said.
Yeah, well, hey, you want the tricks, right? That's what they do at the hot dog eating contest. They dick the hot dog. They dick the hot dog right in the Powerade. Yum, 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 yum. That's the trick.
Hot damn. See, if they had a pie eating contest, I would win.
Well, there you go. What's the trick on that, Phil? How do you do it? Oh, so you eat all the filling? You ejaculate all the filling, and then you eat the crust later?
Pie, like here's the pie right here. You just got to get and all that. Yeah, we're going to get taken off the air.
And then you got to ask the judge, like, was it good for you too?
No, I look at the judge with your mouth all full of stuff.
That's how you looking.
Hi, judge. Like, anything on my face? And the judge is going to be like,
you're gonna have like every pie still out there, but you're gonna have like one perfectly satisfied pie that somehow got a piece of frosting on it when there was no frosting on all the others. You know what I mean?
For every 3 that hate it, there will be 4 that love it.
There you go.
Ooh, that's right, folks. I went there. That's one thing. That's one thing Big Daddy loves is pie.
What was that quote from Face Off? Like, I could eat a peach for hours. I could eat peach for days.
That's right. Eat peach for days, bruh. Keep talking. Someone knocking. Keep talking.
Well, gosh, how's it going, everybody? I guess the floor is mine. It does turn out that dreams do come true. If you're a big enough fan of something, you just stick it out, and it helps if you already know people in general, or if you work with people who have started a podcast and you just hop into it later. So I'm trying to think of something crazy I'd heard lately. You know, it's interesting. Write a comment if you'd heard this hot conspiracy. Well, it's a hot take, not a conspiracy theory, but man, what's his name? Dennis Wilson, the drummer. Oh, Phil's back. Hold on, I'm going to tell him because he might get a kick out of this. All right, you're back. I was gonna tell you about this crazy musical hot take I had heard before. So, do you know the band Nirvana, right? People have heard of this.
Absolutely.
This little startup band out of Seattle, right? They might be going places. So one of Nirvana's influences is the Beach Boys, right?
Yeah.
So, what Kurt Cobain took from the Beach Boys, aside from like the
Yum. That's
from
right.
the surf rock melody and some of like the upbeat on it. So, you know, dun 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 dun. You transcribe that, you add some grunge layers onto it, and it's a Nirvana song. Ultimately, is how it works. And you add in the beach melodies.
Pretty much.
So that's stripping back the layers on the musicality. But in terms of like the singing and the melody, Kurt Cobain really liked the drummer who sang. His name was Dennis Wilson. Dennis Wilson sang in a way that was regarded as like husky for the time, and people didn't like it. It wasn't sweet. It wasn't like bubblegum sweet. It was like husky and a little raspy. It was like a little gnarlier of a tone. And the reason why that had happened was that Charles Manson, in his travels all across the United States, happened upon Dennis Wilson's mansion. And so Charles Manson and his harem of women kicked it at like Dennis Wilson's ranch or whatever. And at some point they got into an altercation, and Charles Manson boxed Dennis Wilson in the throat, which permanently altered his voice. Shit. Charles Manson punching Dennis Wilson in the throat created the Nirvana sound. So, but you probably didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Isn't that crazy?
That is hella crazy. That's
you wouldn't think one little action like that, yeah. So that's what I was saying while you were gone, and now we're all caught up. It's a little later than we'd normally be here. We had some.
It is, but we're on. Yeah. I'm trying to let people know right now that we're on.
I mean, that can be interpreted in many ways, like.
Oh yeah.
We're on, but are you on when you're on?
We're on, but we're on. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I don't feel like I'm on when I'm on.
Oh, there's something I want to ask you, because when it comes to geeky tech stuff, I love talking this, and I want to get your take on it. The Metaverse. I've been reading up on this, and you got the two biggest players joining up, Facebook and Microsoft, to compete against Apple, because Apple's kicking everybody's ass right now with all these new phones, this technology that's about to be coming out. And then where does that put Zoom and all these other things that came out, all these apps that came out for meetings and stuff like that. But now they're going to take it to a whole new level of virtual reality, and the technology is going to blow everything out the water. I mean, it already is, but I've also heard that people are already getting so immersed in virtual reality, they can't come back down. What's your take, bro?
Well, I don't necessarily. I mean, I feel like they all kind of satisfy different markets, right? Because you have Zoom is like the teleconferencing. Microsoft does have a teleconferencing app. I think they call it Microsoft Meetups, I think is the one. Yeah,
it's
people hate it. It's fucking trash. They hate it. So people don't use it for a reason. So like, I don't think that's really an issue. Personally, I think Discord is the way to go, because Discord is still in the perfect era of not being totally fucked over by like being owned by like someone scummy like Microsoft yet. So it's like, the cool thing about Discord is like you can create all these servers. Like we have a C+ server that we need to get some people on, because it's like it's fun as hell when you get a community coming. And you got, like, it's just like constantly engaged. Like you can have constant conversations. You can jump in and you can do video chats. You could do this on Discord for free. It doesn't cost any money. The fidelity is as good, if not better, than what you would normally pay for. So that's why it's still kind of in the golden age. Like, well, don't touch it, like, but use it as much as you can while it's still like fucking tight.
Exactly.
For the most part, as far as like the Facebook changing its name to Metaverse, obviously that's just a market correction. They need to fix their shit, or they need to go away. Like before I'm worried about like what they do as a company, like with the products they release, I don't give a shit. But like fix your ethics, fix the way that you do things, which requires like a lot of self-examination that I don't think that they're really willing to do. Or go away. Like I feel like you're big enough that you have an economy in the social marketplace that you need to fix before you're really of value to people again. So sort of a non-answer, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like I think they're an insanely gross company, and it's like before you try to wow me like with your VR, which I still don't think the AI technology is going to be there yet. I feel like wait and see, but I don't have a whole lot of hopes that that's going to be the game changer that suddenly gets everybody on board. It'd be cool, but I think it's just going to be a novelty for a couple of years, and then I don't think anything's going to happen with it. And then ultimately, it still boils down to like this company. Did you change, your the way you propagate lies with misinformation with other countries where they don't have the same like filter of like what's coming out, same clarity? Is that still accessible to people in like third world countries who, they accidentally turn pro genocide for some reason? Because that's not cool. Like that's shit that they need to fix. But if they get like the AI, I don't know. It still seems like there's a lot of work to be had with AI VR place. Getting it out of the novelty space and turning it into like a real utility that people can get some use out of.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you feel about it?
I feel that right now, they got virtual VR goggles. People who have tried virtual reality already said that that's so damn immersive. Sometimes there's a guy 19 Keys who I follow on YouTube. I mean on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
He's a money influencer. He's all about uplifting people. He said he tried on the goggles and said one time he felt like he stepped off a ledge and fell. He said the whole body experience jacked him up.
Mm-hmm.
With the metaverse, from what I understand, it's gonna be a place almost like kind of like Sword Art Online, where people are gonna be able to meet face to face that they've never seen before. Me personally, I am really looking at that damn technology that is gonna go public, meaning like the stocks and shares and stuff like that, and I am gonna put my money in it. I'm not gonna lie, because hell, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of being broke. And I feel right now, once they get that technology down, me personally, I want to be one of the first studios. I want C Plus Studios to be one of the first people, the first crews to do a VR podcast. Yeah. I want to do a VR podcast where we're standing with the goggles. People see us and we're just walking around this crazy virtual world that we create, like a backdrop and stuff like that. And people coming in and joining us. That would be fucking cool. But at the same time, that would be too immersive for me, because I've really done.
You have the format would change, I think. So you'd have to change the format, and you'd have to do it. I think the best way to do it would be to do it in a way that led other people to want to copy what you were doing.
Right.
Because it's like an audio only format. I mean, it's very flexible in the way that you consume it, but like in the VR world, you have to have all the hardware, and you have to be sort of not passively engaged, but actively engaged in with a podcast. You know what I mean? But it's like, right. I like the idea with changing it into a more participatory art form. So it's like everyone is sort of active in the creation of this thing that ultimately you're making, but you're making it as a collective, which is pretty interesting. That's something that like people have been trying to do throughout history in the art world, is trying to create participatory art, and this is participatory art in real time, as opposed to like objectively viewing something that's already been created. So I think it's interesting. It would be interesting to come up with that standard where people are like, they're like, oh shit, these guys did it right the first time. What did they do? Now we got to now everyone else is copying you, Right.
And then that's when we can share the information.
Yeah. you could democratize it to an extent, but you'd also have like sort of, I guess they would call it like naming rights. Like, how it's like you have like the alphabet, and you have like the numbers. Like, how do the numbers get their names? It's sort of a naming right, because it's like whoever the first person was to use it kind of gets named after them. So come up with your own style. It could be named after you. Sort of democratize that in a sense.
There you go. There you go. That would be that would be a trip, and it'd be very interesting. Most people are getting VR gears with their smartphones and stuff like that. I've seen some of those, like some of the new Oculus Gear that just came out. I don't know if I'd spend that much money on that.
Yeah, I think and you're basically being the voice of a lot of people too who are very hesitant. Like it's just like it seems like I'm buying a toy and it's a really expensive one.
Yeah.
Like what's the utility aside from like mindless entertainment? You know, like that's a hard sell because not only do you have to buy the goggles, but you have to have a PC that can run it too. It's not like you can just throw it onto fucking, your hand-me-down Chromebook or something and it's gonna run fine. And like, no, you need some hauling ass graphics cards and like some big power supply and a bunch of RAM to get the shit running. So it's a big startup cost, you know.
It is. It's that's more than I can afford right now. I think that's more than anyone can afford right now. But with everyone, I guess getting back into drop shipping and really making some money, and they figure that, oh, they can afford this. Maybe we don't want to spend that much damn money on that shit. Here's another one.
Spend your money to enrich your life, not on things,
Exactly.
Spend your money on experience.
What you think about
and
this?
Also spend your money on my hot sauce. There's my plug.
There you go, the hot sauce. And this boy,
I don't know. Did you see my friends at Reckless Eating? They have one of those verified channels. They reviewed my my sauce.
Did they really?
Flattered. They loved them. It's like, yay!
There you go.
So yeah, this fucking stupid ass terrorist kid. I don't know. Not going to be a whole lot of nuance in this opinion,
I'm more interested in the damn judge.
The judge is biased judge who's going to let him walk.
He's going to let him walk. He is going to let him walk. And everyone knows it. Even some of the people in the jury's even like, what the hell? And then to bring in Al Sharpton. What the hell does he have anything to do about this?
Oh, they're just making it a spectacle at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, they know. Here's why I see it. If they let this boy get off, somebody gonna get him.
No, he's gonna run for office when he's like 25. He'll be okay. He's got all these armed militias to take care of him. He's like, he's lived the fantasy that all these idiots want to live. So like, why wouldn't they protect him? Because he got away with murder. Like he got to murder their political opponents. So like that's the highest rank.
And at 17. Yeah, and at 17 when he did everything illegal. And if this boy, if he really does truly get off, I'm sorry, someone out there is gonna get his ass. Someone out there is gonna have a bullet with his damn name on it.
I mean,
I hope not. I don't like.
I mean, it could happen. I wouldn't hedge my money on it though. Like, I feel like he's gonna fail upwards in the most gross way. He's gonna have the same trajectory as our previous president. Put it that way. I could see it happening.
Think so?
Because they'll put him through, like, it'll be like one of these, like, what would you call them? Like propaganda networks, like PragerU or the Daily Wire. They'll put him through college, to be like, he'll do something. Like I feel like he's already got his career kind of already like figured out. Like as soon as I get this court shit figured out, then I can take advantage. I can ride the momentum on like who I am as a person, like in society now. Like I can take advantage of my place within the conservative movement, and then they can push me for it. It's like he'll be like the new face of like, this kid fucking fought for your freedom. He defended. He's a Spartan young man who's a self-starter. I think all the worst things that shouldn't happen are probably what's going to happen, and that'll be probably.
One of the things that me and a coworker were talking about today, because she's watching the case very closely. She says, okay, if this boy gets off with murder, she goes, and I hate to say it, Philip, she goes, I'm white. This proves one thing, is that white privilege always wins out in the end. I'm like, how do you figure? She goes, think about all the gangbangers. She goes, and don't take this the wrong way. Think about all the gangbangers who have killed people at a young age, just like him. Mm-hmm. They're in jail. She goes, this fucker's about to get off. She goes, this is going to set the precedent for people in jail right now who have done same kind of murder to go back and be like, hey, you know what? How come he got off? And so you're going to see a whole bunch of new cases getting put back into the system saying, okay, he got off, you can get me off too.
Well, it's also going to set the precedent, or I guess rather like further ratchet the precedent that it's okay to do it. Like
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Like, go ahead. Like, you can get away with this thing. Or like, at the very least, they'll slap your wrist and be like, well, it wasn't that you murdered somebody. You're okay with that. But it was, you shouldn't have stayed out late, you fucking rapscallion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And big ass booger bubbles coming out his damn nose.
You know what's funny? Someone pointed this out, and I thought that was so funny. When you really get emotional, your ears turn red, you know? And like your cheeks. No, he didn't have any of that. He was just hamming it up. Horrible acting.
Yeah, and he was looking at the judge and shit like oh, is this good?
Yeah. It's like, did I do it? Yeah, total. I mean, I feel like this is already predetermined how this is going to play out. Like even the judge had to like kick out a juror for bias, but the judge himself is biased.
Yeah, and someone else said that. They were saying that on the news too. Even if you make Tucker Carlson turn around and say, well, the judge is being kind of biased on this, I'm like, oh, even he knows this is bullshit.
Just even I don't know if you saw earlier, but there was an article that came out this evening about how the judge's phone went off during the middle of the trial, and his ringtone was like the Trump theme song.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God. Okay. Like, I feel like don't get your hopes set too high about what's going to happen to the outcome of this trial, because it's not going to happen.
Oh, and I kind of figured when he started blowing snot bubbles that first day when he was sitting there crying, and I almost got shadow banned. I guess some little conservative shithead, one of my friends, reported my thing on Instagram because I put that little post up where Tony Baker turns around, shut your bitch ass up. That got reported. They go, this is not a strike. This is just a warning. This is some kind of bullshit. I'm like, are you serious? Really? You sensitive ass, crybaby asses, man.
I have like
horrible.
I have people that I've added, on Facebook like years ago, but it was really right around the not this most recent election, but like the 2016 election when everyone got really radicalized.
Yeah.
And I have people on my mute list, or I don't even fucking pay attention to them anymore, because they went from all of a sudden where they were just like, whatever, like politics never came up because it was 2014 and no one gave a shit. It wasn't an election year. Nothing important was going on. But then, like, that was the radicalizing moment, was like the 2016 election. And then it was all of a sudden, I was like, I can't fucking stand these people anymore. But it is funny to scroll through and just see like all the dumb, terrible propaganda memes. You're like, okay, you fell into the, what do they call it? The pipeline. You fell into the pipeline.
I didn't delete people. Well, here's my thing. I'm going to do with
Well, the problem is if you delete people, and people are going to eventually notice. But if you just never interact with them because you never see their page, then whatever. You can still have a discussion later. Like, maybe in a couple of years they'll chill out about it. Maybe they'll like eke back to their senses a little bit. But until then, you're just kind of out of my mind. You're like out of sight, out of mind. That's where I'm at with it.
With me, when I go back on Facebook, I'm deleting everybody and starting over from scratch because it just got toxic.
I just want to find a better alternative for Facebook, because there are it's like the only thing that's keeping me on there is like, it's a good way to keep in contact with some people. And it's like, if I have an option to like stay in touch with those people or whatever, then like I don't need, like, I really don't want to give that company any more like information to make money off of anymore,
Especially when the way they make money, the more you stay on there, the longer you stay on there, the more money they make. The more
you're engaged, the more they make money. That's how. Yeah. Well, ultimately, you are the product. They are making money off of you. So, like anything that's free, you are the product. Is ultimately what.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm like you. If there was a nice alternative to Facebook, where instead of just being a social media site, you have something like like a Discord where you can just be engaged with people, something like that. I would happily go to it.
I was thinking about making a Discord for my family just to be like, it's a way easier for everybody to talk on here, and then I can play God because I can ban people, and if you're being a dick, I'll start to kick you out.
You start talking too much shit, boom, you're gone. Boom, you're gone. Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, so I mean, it's an idea. It might be where things move in the future, but I wouldn't hedge my money on it. I kind of think there's a part of me that wonders if Discord is going to make like a more like stripped down, like bland version of like the same software, because Discord is set up in a way where it's sort of like gamer centric, like just even the language that they use and the way like the register of language that they speak to you with is very like, sup, bro, you want to fucking chill and hang in our servers? And it's like my late 60-year-old parents aren't gonna like want to get into that. But if you made it
no,
like
they're not.
plain, you're just like, make it like boomer friendly, then they'd probably be all about it. Like, oh, I can talk, my cousin I haven't seen in 15 years.
Oh, look, I can talk.
I remember when you were this tall. Look how much you've grown.
Oh my God, you're so cute, and they're thinking, oh, you're not. The grandma, why are you shaking your head? Oh, just grandma's nerves, baby. Hear that shit.
Drank a lot of Clan McGregor in my time.
If these are the same motherfuckers knocking on my door.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. Our you and I, our friend, Stephanie from Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble obviously having quite a few rent problems at the moment. The people at Goodwill take over.
Like they need another fucking store.
Yeah, so her and her husband have a GoFundMe set up. So they are obviously trying to look for new work, having all sorts of money problems, taking care of themselves, living in Flagstaff. It's horrible, and this would be a good place for if anyone is interested. They are good, reputable people. We'll put the link for their GoFundMe in the description. Lord knows, I wish I had a GoFundMe when I lived up there. It sucks. I was thinking about it like they're jacking our rent up because we're signing our lease again. And it's like it's still like what after we've been here for 3 years and they've upped the rent every time. It's still like what it would cost to sign another 2-bedroom apartment lease anywhere else. It's just like the cost of living is so outrageous. And I can't imagine what it is in Flag trying to make that happen, because it's like at least you have opportunity down here. Up there,
yes,
like,
you do.
I don't know how you make it happen up there if you're not living with 6 other people.
Right now, only reason why I'm here is because I told myself I would give my current job 1 year. Mm-hmm. No, they got 1 year.
You're gonna want some experience on your resume. You don't want to get in and out.
I am getting lots and lots of damn experience. Boy, some of them damn folks, they want deep tissue so damn deep. I'm like, oh, I found these little bamboo sticks, bro. Deep tissue. They call them deep sticks. That's what she said. And they come in different sizes. One is the biggest one they have is about the size of a broomstick, but they're about this big around, about that big around, and they're very sturdy. They're made. They have polished wood. That way no one gets any kind of splinters.
Kind of like that thick.
About that thick, yeah. That's one of them, and that's about the size of a broomstick, and you can just go along somewhere. And then the same size. They have like the same the same thickness, but they have one maybe about the size of my hand right here, so you can just get in. Just you basically have the stick in your hand, and you like this, and you just go across their damn spine or wherever, and just like this. You just get along them shoulders, the spinal process, and them hips. And I'm like, that's what I need for some of them fools, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, you can go deeper with your elbow. Shut up! I know what the fuck I'm doing. God damn it. And when I do go deep with my elbow, they start jumping. Yeah. But then again, I'm doing it on
They're
purpose.
like they're sensitive to a point, then they get really sensitive.
Yeah, then they get real. Oh, you can ease up there and I act like I don't hear. I'm still like,
It's like a
sir.
quiet
Oh,
room, and you're still just like, I can't hear you. Sorry.
they're like, hey, I tap out. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, you're going a little too deep. Now I'm thinking, motherfucker, that's what you said before. You said bone crunching, so that's what I'm giving you. I'm about to pop a rib on your ass. Oh,
Well,
check this
maybe
out.
you gotta put like a sign up there and be like, it's like when you go to like a Thai restaurant, you get like 1 to 5, and then you get Thai hot. You got to do that for Phil. So you get a 1 to 5, and then you get Phil.
You got Thai hot. You
Yeah.
got my strength. And it's funny because some of them be like, and then when they roll over, they're like, "Oh my god, I'm kind of glad that's over." But oh, that felt so good. I'm like, really? I would hate to be the victim of my own deep tissue, especially that. I mean, I gotta look at that elbow, bro. It's bony. It's pointy.
Yeah. Well,
Boy, it's like
most of them aren't they?
And that's
The good
from
ones are.
that's from Muay Thai. That mostly happened from Muay Thai. No,
Sexy
of
dance
course.
fighting.
You hit the bag, like that. But sometimes you catch the elbow on the bag, and bam! Yeah, you kind of gets a little calloused up, a little pointy.
Yeah, I know all about calluses with drumming, man.
Oh, you probably have them all
Sometimes I
inside your
wonder
palm
what
and
I
shit.
don't even know that I can't feel. Like, what sensations am I missing?
especially that look that you get on in your face, boy. When you start drumming, your head is down, just like that.
Well, when you're recording, man, you get into it because you got to hear that click track and you got to hear your parts, and you're like, what's I do? Like, you get so into it, you can't even worry about like how dumb your face looks.
No, it's not your face. It's not your face. It's your head position. Because normally your head's all like this, but you just go.
Oh yeah, that's just like I noticed I do that. That's like just instinctive, where it's just like. But I think they tell people not to do it because. Well, you probably shouldn't do it when you're playing live, but I think when you're recording, you're practicing, doesn't matter. But it's like you look at your feet, like you need something to concentrate on.
Yeah.
So, like at my studio now, I have a big mirror that faces me. So when I play, I'm actually watching myself. So if I'm like, I got 1,000-yard stare, I'm actually like, is my stick height good?
That's what you do.
But yeah, like I used to do that a lot when I would practice. I would look at my feet to make sure I just had something that I could like focus on while I'm thinking about drumming. It looks fucking silly. I totally acknowledge it. And there's in the drumming community, it's like a nonstop joke, drummer faces, because you'll be like, you'll do something stupid and you won't even recognize it, and you look at a photo later and you're like, I look like a fucking idiot.
I'd rather have drummer face than Dance Revolution face. Because at least you're drumming, you're concentrating. Dance Revolution, they all do the same fucking face.
Let's see it.
And then when they start really going.
That's the good but not pro level. Because the pro people get into it like they're in a mosh pit already. They're like they can do like the full spin on the pad.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's when you've reached like DDR heaven. Like no one can step on your game at that point. But like until then, you're sort of like hold on. All right.
Someone got the damn eyes closed. Someone got the eyes closed doing that.
Or you can headbang, like you have all the steps memorized. Doesn't matter what you're doing. This is irresponsive of everything below it. So you could be headbanging, you could be sipping wine with your homie, or you do whatever you want. But yeah, until you get to like peak, like Dalai Lama status DDR, you're just
for the time being. It's
yeah, you're studying. You're the apprentice to the Dalai Lama of DDR.
And some of the fools, they're all.
It does. Song's my jam.
Damn.
It's like this is just like a 1999 remix of Witch Doctor. Like it's not a good song.
Speaking of Witch Doctor, Oh yeah. Here's a question. We're gonna answer some of these today. Big Daddy, what's a good time to have sex? I'm asking you too, bro. When's a good time to have sex?
Well, the best time would be when your libidos match. So it could be early in the morning, be late at night. The best time, though, I don't know. I gotta say, in the morning's not bad because that kind of sets the course for the day, you know.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Just when the guy first wakes up, it's like, bam.
Mm-hmm.
You look at your girl like, what's up? And she's looking at you like, oh, yeah, exactly. Ooh,
oh, raise and shine. Anyway, yeah,
yeah, girl, that's right. Exactly.
Wake up. Expensive microphone. I can't be doing that.
I'm the same way, but sometimes it's just a good time to have sex. Just whenever you're feeling it, just go for it. You don't need a rhyme or reason. Just sometimes, man, you turn around, you see your girl looking good, you're just like,
or like sometimes, you know, like I've had experiences where it was just like I was out the door walking to like go to work, and it was sort of like I could be 15 minutes late.
mm-hmm.
And that's fun. I don't know what to say that was the best, but that is a good time, you know.
Yes, it is.
You're like, all right, cool. I can make this happen.
Girl, we can do it real quick.
So I guess sometimes it's situation dependent. I do know there is something in the human mind with like in regards to like sex and time, where it's sort of like, oh, like you have a meeting or you have something you have to do, but then you know, you're sort of like, can you push it? Can you push it? Can you push it? And like that makes it more exciting. So something to be said about that, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just fun. As soon as you like walk in the door and they're naked, you're just like, oh, trick or treat, like, huh? All right.
Honey, I just got home and I gotta have sex. Jesus Christ.
You bitch. You bitch. How dare you?
You gotta be like, put that pizza in the oven and set the timer, because that's as much time as you get.
But it's only 10 minutes. We have 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah. You're having dinner on time. That's the way this family runs.
When you hear that ding, if I'm on top and you're on top, someone getting thrown. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it works. I'm sorry, but I'm hungry.
I like my pepperonis burnt, but not too burnt.
Exactly. I don't care how good you look or how good your stuff is. I'm hungry.
That's true. I'm going to be making dinner after this, so I'm like, oh yeah, keep talking about food, get more hungry.
Uh-huh. Let me get some protein in my system, baby. I'll be right back. Hold that position. Oh. Did you hear from you're eating pizza? Next thing you hear is, baby, I'm getting a cramp. I said, hold the position.
Do not move. What I say?
Move. All right, here's another one.
If you got married, would you change any about you?
Oh, anything. I meant to say anything. Here, let's edit this bad boy so it says it right.
I think most people would say yes to a point, right? Because it's like if you wanted to get married, or rather, you both wanted to get married, and that was what you wanted to do. And part of that was like, maybe you have to like soften the edges on some of like your behavior. Like, you know, you can't drink during the week if we're going to be together. You can drink on the weekend. Like making like compromises. So I think something like that would work. But if you have to make enormous changes, that's unreasonable. That's something you should have already agreed upon in order to get into the relationship in the first place. So I think to a point you could change something about you if it meant long-term success with a relationship that you wanted, but like large things wouldn't work. So in that case, no.
In both my marriages, I'm the one who changed completely to satisfy them. I like just kind of became this little chameleon, and I just became something that I thought would please him, which it did. I became like a little, basically like a little bitch, and I did whatever they wanted. But I never got, maybe I
Was
wanted some
that
change, huh?
was that something that they wanted out of you, or something that were you trying to like appease them? Like, were they like, you need
I
to
was trying
change
to appease
this?
them. Yeah, I was trying to
Oh,
appease
okay.
them, and
But
it worked too.
were they asking you to do it, or were you doing it before they had asked you?
Well, I did it without them asking because
Okay.
they would drop little hints. I like this, like okay, so I would kind of change to satisfy that. But as I noticed that the more and more that I did it, the more I started to hate myself because I would see them try not to
You're
make
being
any kind
fake
of
with
damn
yourself.
changes.
Yeah.
I was being very fake with myself. Now,
Mhm.
shit, I wouldn't change anything. The only thing I'm going to change is my address wherever we move to.
Yeah. It
That's the only
really,
thing
I
I'm
mean,
going to change.
the thing is like I think one of the biggest keys to success is you have to be not only satisfied with yourself independently, but you have to be in a relationship independently. So you have to like not completely remold this other person. You have to be who you are together. And then so it's like you're working as equals towards like the same goal. You're not trying
Mhm.
to like interfere and like, well, let's do all this like little rearranging with each other because it's not going to work. Like the people are who they are to a certain degree. Like the people have innate reasoning, they have core beliefs. So some
Mhm.
shit, I mean, it's sort of like like I was saying, it was like small things like, I want to eat a little healthier, maybe for a little while or something. You're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. But yeah, like major personality changes are totally it's like they tell people like don't go into a relationship with someone if you think that you can fix them. Or I guess try to be in
Yes.
the inverse because you can't do it. Like a human being is not a project for you to undertake. Like there's not an objective goal that you're trying to reach necessarily with that. We're like, oh, maybe I'll make him do these things or whatever. Like if he's not going to do it or she's not going to do it, take your hands off. So obviously, it sounds like you've got quite a bit of experience in that realm.
Being married twice? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It sucked. I went in there not a full complete person. I went in there looking to find someone just as fucked up as I was or broken or something we can work on each other. Not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Not the case both times. And I'm just like, God damn, are you serious? I'm over here doing all this sacrificing this shit. And what the fuck are you doing? And both of my old told me, well, no one told you to change that way. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went back to being my normal self and they hated it.
Yep.
You're mean. I'm not mean. I'm just not putting up with your shit. That's
Mm-hmm.
all it is. I'm not putting up with your shit. Fuck you. Did you really tell me fuck you? Yeah. See, listen, Fuck. Singing like Mickey Mouse.
EWE.
YOU.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
there you have it. I mean, just how it is. Like that's why it's critical that you recognize what's important to you, and you meet someone who matches your values in that way. You're not a project. You're not like a goal. You're not a mission to be like, oh, let me get his life straight, and we're gonna fix him like with his money, and he's gonna get, he's gonna be on a total different like career path or something. Like, oh, that shit ain't gonna happen. Maybe, probably not. Wouldn't count on it. And I wouldn't make that the basis of a relationship either.
Especially sex. Never base sex on a relationship. I see so many people who do it, and I see it just end in
Yeah,
disaster every time.
because that kind of, I would say there are relationships that would work with it, but not like a traditional marriage necessarily. But I feel like maybe what you're referring to is people who need the emotional connection of sex to fill a void in their life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
I've
that's
seen a lot of
that's
that.
that's replacing something, as opposed to like people who are just like, I'm into like polyamory or something, and it's like this is like we consent that like sex is the basis of the really like that can work. that totally works if everyone's in on it. But yeah, if you're just like, I need emotional support through sex, and that's how I'm gonna like base my relationship with someone off of, yeah, that's like, it's only gonna go so far.
Yeah. Then you're gonna crash and burn really fucking bad. Here's one I want to ask, because this always gets fucking asked, because it's like they think we are, or someone is. Okay. Is anyone in C Plus Studios anti-gay? You wouldn't believe how many, and I keep skipping this question because I just think I think it's fucking stupid. I've gone back and I listened to our podcast, and not once has anyone ever sounded like that. So to me, is anyone in C Plus Studios anti-gay? No, we're not. Live and let live. That's how I feel we all roll. I mean, I got so many damn gay people in my family. To me, they seem the normal ones. The normal ones. And it's all the heterosexuals like me and stuff like that. We're have them, they're all in their damn feelings and shit like that, acting stupid and quoting the Bible every turn. Well, in Ephesians 13 something, the Lord says, did you know? No. Shut up. Go slap yourself. Leave him alone. If she like coochie and he like ding ding, who's to stop them? That's them. Shit.
I mean, really, if all the books to base like your morals off of, it's not really the best book to do that on.
That's why I didn't join the priesthood. That's why I didn't join the priesthood, because it's so goddamn hypocritical, man. I don't want shit.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of baggage that kind of goes into being associated with that in general too. So it's kind of like better just keep your hands clean of it, just for the history's sake.
But no, I don't think anyone here is anti-gay. Just everyone does their own thing.
No, I mean, we're all pretty eclectic anyway. Like that's not like on anyone's mind, I don't think. And no one's as long as I've known anyone, never really even ever come up. So
thank you.
I think sometimes Kyle makes like a as boys do, like you make a gay joke once in a while, but I mean, it's not like making fun of them. It's just like you're just making a joke.
Yeah, just making a joke. I mean,
as far as it ever goes.
A lot of my gay friends have so many heterosexual jokes, but then when they hear someone make a gay joke, I'm like, what you getting mad for? You just made a joke. How come they can't make a joke? It's dumb. I think this question came up because I said something about Dave Chappelle's latest comedy.
So I haven't seen it.
Let's put it this way: it's funny, but it's not the gay bashing like a whole bunch of people said. If anything, he supports the gay community. One of his best friends.
Well, I mean, it's the whole turf thing. Like you're trans exclusionary, but you're still a radical feminist. Like you're still supportive to a point.
Yeah. So
it's like the fact that he's the whole thing is like you're excluding one person out of like the whole group is shitty. So it's like, I get it.
Yeah, there's some comedians on there they're full blown anti-gay, but for some reason they always go after Dave Chappelle.
A lot of entertainers who are a huge piece of shit. So it's like that's why I'm always like when people are just like full on, just like, oh, I fucking love like so and so, and you're like, yeah, I wouldn't. Like I've been burned in the past where it's like you really, I mean, granted, you're like a teenager in your early 20s, so you're still pretty impressionable with people, but like it gets to a point, where you get to know people and you're like, I can't believe that shit just came out of your mouth. Like that totally recontextualized how I feel about you as a person. So when some people get all obsessed with some people, it's just like, I don't know, you're gonna get burned. Like they're gonna say some stupid shit. I guarantee it. You're gonna be like, fuck that dude. Or you're gonna be like, I don't know how to feel about him now. Or they're gonna do something fucked up. People fuck up shit all the time.
Yeah. And what crack, it's like when me and some of my friends, they love Seinfeld. I don't see I fucker ain't funny to me. I don't see it.
I think some of it is like it's at that point where it's not that it's inherently super funny, although some people feel that way, but that it's emblematic of its own style. and it's nostalgic. So there's that warm comfort level of like, oh yeah, somebody takes me back to when I was a kid and I was watching this with my mom and dad or whatever. And I think it's sort of like the 90s aesthetic also feeds into like the nostalgia thing. So it's less of the humor itself necessarily being funny, but like the feeling that you get, the way that it makes your life feel when you watch that show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what a lot of people go for. When they're like, oh, I'm a huge Seinfeld, and you're like, kind of like, are you?
Or Friends.
Yeah, or, like a lot of that shit. It's like the warm, fuzzy feeling of the, 1997.
What was the one? There was a show with Queen Latifah. Her and like 4 friends living together. It kind of reminded me. It was like the black version of Friends.
Living Single.
Yeah. That shit. Sometimes it would be funny, but then there was times I was like, "What the hell?"
It seems like one of those shows that's sort of done as like I don't know what the technical term would be, but it would be like a big show would come out, and then they'd have to get like another network would try to get on the same action or like the same audience. They'd be like, "Oh shit, what can we do? Like we need to do the same style show." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and there was a lot of those popping up. Sisters, sister, and then there was just sisters, and yeah, there was. It just went on down the line. I was like, "What? Goddamn!" I'm not even going to mention BET.
Yeah, it'd be a one-sided conversation.
No, I can't stand BET. I can't stand BET.
Whatever, that's fine.
It's just, I don't know. It's like they used to have some good stuff on there, and now reality TV Central. I'm like,
I think I tried watching it a few times. It's just because we had DirecTV, and it was like you get to like BET, and then you get to like Comedy Central, and then you get like MTV, MTV2, and then you get like VH1 and E. So like that was kind of like the order, like progressively. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you're just like, God, I've watched everything on MTV already. Let's see what's on BET. And it's just like, I don't know what the fuck any of this is. Like, obviously, it's not for me, but like, I give it a shot. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah, it doesn't resonate with me either. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You guys just be better than this. What the hell? What the hell is going all the damn reality TV? And I just Real Housewives of Atlanta or the Halfway House barbershop around the corner and shit like that. I'm like, what?
It's like, yeah, if you're black and you want like comedy, there's like 3 avenues that like TV producers are gonna like pitch at you. Apparently,
that's BET, VH1, like, and
I'm surprised Tyler Perry doesn't have his own network.
No, he's piggybacking off of Oprah for the time being. Off of the OWN network. Oprah Winfrey Network, that shit right there. I mean, can he do it? Absolutely. Does he have enough money to do it right now? Yes, he can.
He has a sickening amount of money.
Have you seen his studio, the studio that he bought, Tyler Perry Studios? Mm-hmm. Double the size of Universal. That sucker.
And, so it's a facility. It has a bigger footprint than Universal?
Oh, yes. A lot more room. I mean, he wants it to be like a one-stop shop for like the East Coast studios because that's one of the things a lot of the filmmakers said is that there's not really studios out there on the East Coast that are comparable to the West Coast ones like Universal and stuff like that. Let me see.
So it's 330 acre. Yeah, it's well, I mean, it makes sense. Like when you're wealthy like that, the thing you want to get into is real estate, right? If you want to keep perpetuating being rich. So, yeah. Like, that's just like a sound investment. And then you make it sound good when you're like, oh, I'm doing it for the community.
See if I can't bring this up so people can kind of get a little glimpse at it. It's so huge that a lot of right now a lot of MTV makes their shows at Tyler Perry Studios.
Well, hey, I mean, if it makes financial sense to them, why wouldn't they? I mean, there's a lot of shit in here.
All right, folks.
I've wanted to I wanted to find like the worst Medea movies because I want to do a Medea movie for like a drunk movie night watch, but I don't know which one. Because there's 900 of them, and I don't know which one to start off with.
All right, folks. See, there's that one. I think this is the East lot, and that's just the East lot.
Yeah, there's like studios.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch like that, and they go almost like in the square, pretty much in the square, and I think right now
like,
he has,
is this like Georgia or something?
It's in it is in where is it? Where are you at? 200 acres.
Yeah.
Okay, so right there, that's just part of the studios right there. So if you look from where this says welcome, all the way back where the cursor, follow the cursor, all the way back here, coming down and around like that, and it's going to keep going all on off the screen this way. Yeah, that sucker is huge, and it has everything in there that you need.
Yeah, well,
I do it.
Let me shoot my movie out there.
I mean, if you're an independent filmmaker, I mean, he gives you a huge discount. Even sometimes he lets you do it for free, just as long as you make a mess.
He's in Georgia too, which is notorious for tax credits on motion pictures. So there's tons of incentivization to get down to those studios.
Yeah, they're calling Georgia the new Hollywood. It's a tie between Georgia and New Mexico. New Mexico is building a huge movie studio. I think it's in Santa Fe.
New Mexico needs something going for it. Let's be honest. I've never actually been to New Mexico, but I by proxy know a lot about it. And it's not really a destination for a lot of people, other than people who are really into Breaking Bad. They want to go to the White House, but other than that, or George R. R. Martin from Game of Thrones lives in Santa Fe, so I guess that'd be the other thing too.
What's crazy about New Mexico? It's no different than Flagstaff or Arizona. It just seems it's no difference.
It seems like more of the same.
Yeah, the spot where they filmed the ending of Logan. Remember where they're in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
That's not too far from the northern border, from the Four Corners. And people, a lot of folks are like, that's in Sedona. No, that's in New Mexico. It just looks the same.
There's so much to shoot in Sedona.
It would.
They would eat up all your money.
Yeah, because thanks to that punk ass Jan Brewer, she messed that up. Studios are not going to take advantage of Arizona. It's like, bitch, they were bringing in money. You just cost us money, you tramp ass, crooked nose, cockeyed motherfucker, you.
Bitch, that was my career right there. I was gonna hang out by the set, and the set director was gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that guy? He needs to get in here."
Exactly.
That would have been my big break.
And he killed that for everybody. But even though Doug Ducey, he said that he's gonna reverse that. We'll see. We'll see if he reverses it. Kristen Cinema says, "Well, I'm like, bitch, you shut up. You don't know what you are right now. Your stupid ass."
Fucking snake. I hate her.
For y'all don't know what's going on with Kristen Cinema, folks, if you live here in Arizona, then you know. If you don't live here in Arizona, this woman completely flipped the script on all of us. I'm not gonna lie, I voted for her because I was like, all right, we have someone who will take care of us. Yeah.
I know exactly where her office is. I drive by it every couple of weekends.
Show me. No, I'm kidding.
It's on Camelback and 44th Street. It's right next to a big 7-Eleven headquarter building.
Do you see all the paparazzi out there been trying to get photos of her and shit like that? Because I guess right now she's so damn popular. There's people out there trying to get photos of her because they're trying to figure out her orientation.
Huh? Boo, boo, bitch, boo.
They're more worried about her damn orientation right now than what she's trying to do for the state. I'm like, who cares? Leave that woman.
She's the one who held back the fucking minimum wage for everybody in America, so fuck her.
She does what?
She's the one who held back. Her and Joe Manchin are the ones who held back because they're they're Democrats, but they operate as Republicans. So of course, they're
Yeah,
going to be uncooperative.
big time.
But yeah, she was the one who famously like voted no on the raising the minimum wage, and she did it like her stupid like dance as she did it, just kind of to insult everybody that she was, affecting financially.
That's what she did, that stupid ass dance too.
Yeah, fuck she was her. Like, no, sorry. Like, all right, fuck you,
tramp ass.
Yeah,
ugly ass.
I got nothing good to say about her.
Yeah, I can't. I was gonna say ugly ass, but she ain't really ain't ugly. No, she ain't ugly. she knows she got that going for her.
Well, I mean, she's got a lot of money.
I didn't realize how much money she had too. She got some money. She came into this
Well, you don't go into politics because like you're fucking you like being a public servant necessarily. Unless you're a rarefied few person who does that, but for the most part, especially if you're a snake in the grass, you're there for the power and money.
And she's proved to be a snake in the grass all the damn way. She just she to me, she right up there with Jan Brewer. Just ain't shit. We need to get out the state, bro. We need to go find a state that let's move to Florida. I can deal with the damn mosquitoes. I can deal with the humidity. The what?
Florida sucks. I would never want to move there.
Have you been there a few times?
I've been there a few times.
Besides the humidity, what sucked about it?
It's dirty everywhere, terrible infrastructure. Every hotel I stayed at was disgusting.
Roach as big as baby shoes.
Yeah, it's just the whole vibe was weird, man. I was just like, I couldn't see myself being happy here. Although, I mean, there are some nice points. Like, the water on the East Coast is way nicer than the water on the West Coast.
Oh, I believe it.
Huge, like, it's the difference between looking at something that's turquoise and looking at something that's black.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the difference. It was like unreal because we took a cruise out of Miami a couple times, and it was like every time you look at the water, you're like, every time I think of the water I've seen in California, it's always like murky, not like dirty, but it's just dark. It's just dark water.
Yeah.
But on the East Coast, it's like, this is unreal. This looks like just vibrant and blue. Like, how is this possible?
Isn't it? In the Atlantic is actually warm water, and the Pacific is cold, right?
Yeah, makes sense. At least in that area. I don't know about the Atlantic as you get closer to Europe. It's probably more dark, but there are more north where it's more cold, so it makes sense.
Very true. Dumping all that old ass beer in there.
Give it to me. Well, speaking of beer, I'm gonna hop off here and go drink some. Maybe we should call it a night. We already got a night.
I was like, well, how long have we been on this? A damn hour and 22 minutes. It's all good. That's all good.
We're making up for last time, so it's all good.
That's right. This has been fun.
Yeah, man. Shit, we talked about so much stuff. We didn't even have Kyle to interrupt.
Oh, by the way, you guys, shh.
Let me tell you about something about working at Starbucks.
Again.
Yeah, let me tell you about Starbucks cups. All right. Tell you about white girls who like Starbucks. All right. Lay it on me, man.
Well, folks, thank you for chiming in with us. For the few people who came in, we like I said, we do this for ourselves. We have fun talking shit, and it's all good. And don't forget, honestly, like and subscribe. Go down here, right there.
Share with the grandma. Share especially with the bum down at Walmart.
Mm-hmm. And if he moved on to Target, if you can't find him there, he probably won the lottery. He moved on. And as always, folks, yes,
when
this
is
produced. That's it. This is
when in doubt, it's produced by Big Daddy. You didn't let
That's
me
right. And graphics are by Penta and Team B Productions. That's right. Because why? Because what's a good time to have sex? Any fucking time you want to. Just cock each other's legs up. Huh?
On your couch?
On your couch, it's somewhere. Because when in doubt, fuck your couch. That's right. Peace.